Hello! So today I'm going to be talking about Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmus, centered around themes of misogyny, feminism, family, and self-worth. Lessons in Chemistry provides a unique and very engaging look into the world of chemistry. Set in the late 50s and into the early 60s, the story follows a young woman named Elizabeth Zott, who is studying to become a chemist. Throughout her experiences in the lab, Elizabeth starts to really appreciate the world of chemistry, its beauty, and its ability to change the world. One of the main story arcs within this novel is that Elizabeth finds herself as the host of a daytime cooking show. Now, this is not what she wants to be doing. She would much rather be in the lab, but she needs to provide for her family. So, using her love of chemistry, she decides to teach the masses on the importance of a healthy nutritional meal and how delicious that actually can be, and she ends up capturing the hearts of the nation. One of the real main strengths of this novel is actually its ability to bring chemistry to life. Bonnie Garmus does an excellent job of bringing some of the complexities of chemistry to life in a really interesting and ultimately accessible way. It's absolutely packed with vivid descriptions and really quirky characters, and you kind of fall in love with them all. It has real kind of Still Life by Sarah Winman vibes. And if you've been following this channel for a while, you know I loved that book. I loved how this book explored the role of women in science. Elizabeth's journey as a female chemist in a male-dominated field really brought to life the challenges women faced at that time in the world of science. I mean, it also does a really good job in highlighting the importance of diversity in the science world in general. Another big highlight is just the character Elizabeth Zott herself. She is insanely readable. She is strong-minded, she is honest, probably a bit naively honest at times, but she is also incredibly smart, and it brought me so much satisfaction watching her intellectually beat down her misogynist co-workers. The book is also quite structurally engaging. We get some sections from Elizabeth's dog called 630. He's called 630 because that's the time that she found him. She starts trying to teach him as many words in the English language as possible. And we get these kind of perspectives from 630, how he feels about the characters and the people around him. He's even got to the point where he names people at the time that he's met them. So he might meet someone and call them 535, for instance. And it's the dog 630 that kind of gave me that link to Sarah Winman's book again with the character Claude the parrot. Both that book and this book have this sort of tinge, just this tiny tinge of magical realism that just makes the whole thing feel a little bit fantastical and takes it one step away from reality, and it just makes it, I suppose, just a little bit more engaging for the sort of casual reader. So I've prattled on about all the things that I liked or loved, but what about the things that maybe I didn't like? There is only one thing that I disliked in this novel, really, and it's that every single character, more or less, seems to be coming from this same sort of narrow emotional standpoint. So the whole book constantly has this sort of feel-good tone, and it never seems to step away from it, or does it feel brave enough to step away from it. It starts to, in parts, dabble itself in the more darker elements, but there's always this kind of emotional tone layered into everything that stops it from fully going there, from fully diving in to the deep end of the sort of more emotional bleakness that could be at the heart of this novel, especially considering what Elizabeth goes through. But, as said, this book is a popular book. It's a very popular book. Lots of people have loved it. Apple TV Plus are turning it into a TV show. So I feel like if they were to engage in the more darker elements, it probably wouldn't have had the popularity that it had. It probably wouldn't be as consumer friendly as it is, and therefore might not have flew off the shelves as quickly as it did. Overall, I thought this book was excellent. It's an absolute page turner. The prose is really clean and you absolutely fly through it. It's a feel-good novel that's also got heart. It's also very funny in places, and it's also got a really strong political message. Now, it doesn't quite hit the heights of Still Life for me, but it gets very close. There's something that Still Life does with its kind of wanderlust that engaged me just a little bit more. But this book is excellent, and it should definitely be on your reading list if you just want something that's easygoing, easy to dive into. It's not going to challenge you too much, but it's going to be a very enjoyable read. And if you know nothing about chemistry, like I knew absolutely nothing, then you're probably going to learn something as well. So there you go. That was Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmus. Have you read this novel? If so, what did you think about it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Or were you a little bit indifferent to it? Please let me know in the comments below. And as always, if you are new here, please subscribe if you like this, or hit the old thumbs up. It helps me out. And I will see you all on the next one.